This is straight from the bench. See, the reason that we are not living our best lives, the reason people keep finding themselves tangled in the legal system, whether it's through multiple traffic cases, criminal cases, whatever it is because it has to be a mindset change. Any greatness, any level of success starts with a mindset change. See, what I'm finding is success leaves clues. I had a young man in court just recently. I saw him before. We tried to work on his mindset, try to put him in a position where he would not commit crimes, but he found himself right back in this position. Why? Because he did not make the proper moves to change his environment. First, he had to change his mindset. Then he had to make the other changes. So I told the young man, I said, look, it's real simple. People like you, you're 28 years old, you've been arrested 25 times, almost 1 year for every year of life you lived. You have to make strategic steps and plans to change your life. You can't do what everybody else does. You can't walk out of court and think that your life is just going to change. And some of you may be in the same situation. If you've been down, if you've been to jail, if you've lost your job, if you've been fired, if you have poor credit, it's all the same thing. Figuring out what steps you have to take. See, it's not a be all to end all. You can't just turn on a video and hear a motivational speech from anybody and decide you're going to implement those strategies, because for you it may have to be specific. It may have to be steps you're going to have to take. So I just want to give you some information. First of all, like I said, success leaves clues. What do you have to do to put yourself in a different position? Maybe it means you can't hang out in the same places. Maybe it means you cannot wear the same clothes you used to wear. Maybe it means you have to start speaking in a different tone than you used to speak in. See, it's all about you living your best life. If you have to make these changes, and I submit to you, you do have to make these changes in order to get to where you need to be. See, if you are in a position where you need to restart, you need a second chance, you need to get back at it, it starts with you making those changes. So I don't want you to fall into the trap of thinking that if you will it to be, it will be. No, you have to make changes. You have to take specific steps and figure out how to achieve your best life. So when I say success leaves clues, that means you need to attach yourself to somebody who is doing what you want to do, who has been through what you've been through, who can tell you exactly what it takes to get to the next level. See, people get on these shows, they get on the internet, and they'll tell you how great they are and how they've come from the lows of the lows to get to the highs of the highs, but they won't tell you how to do it. They won't sit down and mentor you. They won't sit down and train you. They won't give you the strategies. So I'm giving you one step right now. Change your mindset. Get a book. Read a book. If you don't know how to read, learn how to read. If you don't know how to communicate well, learn how to communicate well. See, success is not going to just fall upon you. You have to be prepared for it. You have to work hard for it. You have to practice day in and day out. For instance, the teams, LeBron James, how does he become the best? He's not sitting on his laurels saying, you know what, I'm the king, I'm the greatest. No, he practices. Same thing with you. If you want to get a better job, prepare yourself for that better job. If you want to stop finding yourself in the same cycle, break that cycle, but you have to prepare to break that cycle. The biggest issue I see is that people are not preparing themselves for success. What are you doing right now to put yourself in that position? Are you reading the books that you need to read? Are you surrounding yourself around the people that you need to surround yourself with? And when you are with those people, are you asking the questions that you need to ask? How did you do it? What do I need to do? How can I get a job like that one? What school did you go to? Okay, I'm not in school. I didn't graduate from school. So what can I do now? See, it's all about wanting to achieve more. See, we want these things thrown upon us. We want the nice cars, we want the houses, but we're not willing to put in the work. I submit to you that the way to stay out of the legal system, the way to stay out of trouble, the way to live your best life is to prepare yourself. And I mean plan and prepare every step of your life. You have to be at the stage and you have to feel the desperation where you say, you know what, every detail of my life is going to be planned out. I'm going to plan out everything I'm going to do when I wake up in the morning. Because if you don't plan, you are actually planning to fail. If you don't say that when I wake up tomorrow morning, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z so I can get a job, so I can get back in school, so I can get my driver's license, so I can get my credit right. If you're not planning that, when the day goes on, you are open and liable to do anything that comes your way. And those things could push you back from getting that good job, set you back from getting your credit correct, set you back from getting your driver's license. So the first step is to plan. And I say plan relentlessly. Don't let a day go by that you have not planned out the steps of that day. This is Judge Dawson, and this is a minute from the bench. I want you to be successful. I want you to be prepared. I want you to be a cycle breaker. But you first have to set that mindset, and then you have to prepare and plan.